Hi guys. So, before this video even starts, one, I don't have a script because I don't usually use scripts. I feel like it probably would help me, but I just choose not to. Maybe that is a problem. I don't know. But before this video actually even starts, just know that this isn't like a, oh my god, I'm quitting. Like, I don't want it to sound like this is like my goodbye video because I know that there are YouTubers who have to have this kind of videos, which is no problem. I just want to preface that that is not this video. This is more of a check-in to kind of let you guys know where I'm at because there's definitely been a lot of changes that I need to go over with you guys just in my life because I feel like if we're on the same page, it'll be easier to go forward with whatever is happening with this channel, whatever's happening with me, whatever's happening with you guys, whatever's just happening with us in general. And I just want to make sure that like I communicate that in a really effective way because it's been a sec. I'm sure you guys have known that I haven't uploaded a video. I think it's been 6 months. I haven't seen the last video was like just the Bella Times 4 theme song, which iconic. And there's just a lot of ground to cover as to kind of where I'm at right now, where I was at in my YouTube kind of Roblox little moment. And I just want to like talk about where I was, where I'm at now, and why things have been a little different. So I guess to start, and this isn't to sound negative in any way, I just want to talk about where I was when I really first started YouTube because I feel like I didn't really show a lot of it. And especially as a trans person, I feel like there's so much more, there's a lot of pressure when it comes to presenting online, even if it is less stressful than like an in real life communication. But when I was first making content, I think I've said this a couple times before, but I was terrified. I legitimately don't think that I almost did not even upload that first video. The first video I ever uploaded, the like about me video, I pitched it up like one little like blip because I was that insecure. I remember uploading it and legitimately shaking, like in terror because I was like, oh my gosh, like, are all these comments gonna be super transphobic? What is the like reception gonna be? That during that time of my life, legitimately Roblox was my everything. Everything in my mind revolved around the community, around the games, because that was what was bringing me happiness at that point. And now that I'm looking back on it, I think that the reason I'm just kind of withdrawn from it right now is just because of where I was in my transition and as a person then. I was definitely a lot more evolved as a person when I started YouTube, given I had been transitioning for a bit. But I feel like that was pre facial feminization, which has made a huge change in my life. But I feel like to me, YouTube kind of felt like a crutch, if that makes sense. I feel like it was there for me to, because it was nice. Roblox was such a great platform because I could go onto it and really just be whoever I needed to be in that moment. And especially having a platform, I don't have to show like the parts of my life that are super dark. I can go online and I can just immediately like have these people saying go Bella. Like it's just like there was something I don't think I would have gotten through that time in my life if I did not have Roblox. So I don't want you to think that I'm like talking about it being like a whole suffer fest. I seriously am thankful that I had that me going through all of that because it was definitely a dark time for me. To kind of dwell on that a little bit, I felt like I that at that point in my life I was wearing wigs all the time. I still am my own editor. Like I was juggling trying to keep a schedule undiagnosed with ADHD, which I cannot stand schedules. I cannot stand routine. I was pre-FFS. I was editing all my stuff and I was so overworking myself, but I had the hyperfixation on the community where I was like, no, I can keep doing this. It was just bringing me so much joy because I felt like that was a group of people, the Bellinators, literally saw me for who I was, and I never felt like they questioned that. It was such a big help for my life back then. But now I look back at videos like that and I'm like, she was not doing very well. Which is fine. It's not, I don't want like the Bellinators to think that every time I was streaming with you guys or if I was filming, like I was unhappy. Like I guarantee every time that I was with the Bellinators and when I was doing stuff like that, I was very, very happy. It's just, it was so much, it was kind of an escape for me in that time in my life. And I'm very thankful, but I definitely think that I thought that FFS was gonna make me want to film more and like be more there, but honestly, it kind of because of all the effort that I put into it to kind of keep myself stable before. Now that I am in a very good place in my life. I would say I am probably the most confident that I've ever been. I still have bounds to go, as we all do, but I just am in such a different place than I was when I was making those videos, that I think that for me, I feel like I just felt so not separated, but I felt very disconnected from that community and that side of myself, because I now don't feel like I have to wear a wig. I am happy looking at myself in the mirror. Like I feel like I can go out more. Like I feel like so much of my life has improved to the point where that crutch that kind of kept me going has doesn't have the same purpose anymore, which that routine and that schedule and that like commitment to that career was keeping me going. And now that I don't feel like I really need that, it's very hard for me to kind of put myself back into that place, because I'm just not in a place that I need it, which isn't to say that I don't want to content create. That's not it. And it's not that I'm saying that I'm done with Roblox at all. I guess it's just how things used to be and how I used to present myself and how often I used to film and stuff is definitely going to be different. And the content will definitely be shifting more towards stuff that's more relevant to my life right now. Because, like I said, it's just like, it's such a different time. And that person that was back then, even though I love her and she brought so many good moments and I met so many great people through her, she's definitely not who I am right now. And that's fine. We all kind of go through that kind of thing where we start seeing other possibilities for life. And I feel like also there have definitely been some moments, I'm sure, as you guys know, and I'd like to make a video on this as well, about just what it's like to be a trans YouTuber, especially in the gaming community, because there are definitely moments that I think might have started like the beginning of the end, if that makes sense. Not the end. I don't want it to sound like that. It's just the beginning of me definitely starting to switch my gears. Because I've definitely had like, I'm sure many Bellinators know some like very scary experiences I've had. I've had like harassment, I've had transphobia, like very targeted attacks, and it definitely left a sour taste in my mouth that I don't think that I will ever truly be able to recover from. But it's not that that didn't make me a better person in the end, but it really was like a very big combination of a lot of things that were happening. I don't want you to think that most of it's negative. It really isn't. It's just like I've been very much enjoying going out into my life and just being Bella for a bit. I feel like who I was back then would have wanted to be able to do that and go out and feel more free to do what I want and not feel as restricted to having to feel like I have to look a certain way to even like appear on camera or go out to public, which, you know, that can get very restricting. So I guess moving forward, I guess I want to try to switch this to where I'm at in my life right now, because I kind of talked a lot about the past. Things have changed a lot for me. Ever since I got facial feminization surgery, I'm actually past a year in my recovery, so the results are pretty much final right now. And I'm extremely happy. I don't have as much social anxiety that's kind of pushed from like gender dysphoria and stuff like that. So it's like I've been very, very like I've been kind of shocked that I've like able to kind of get up and like not really like have to do as much to feel feminine or like a girl, which has been very nice. I feel like I don't even really question it anymore. Like I feel like a lot of the time early in my transition I was like questioning where I was and if I was ever going to feel whole, and I really do think that people need to not cut like facial feminization surgery and say that it's like not a life-changing experience, because it absolutely was for me. It has changed how I am able to exist in my everyday life. If anyone doesn't view me as a woman, that's their problem. That's just I don't I feel too secure to let something like that hit me, and I definitely would have back then. So and in current life, I've just I've been working more. I've been so much more busy. I've been meeting a lot more people. I've started dating, which is probably not something I'm gonna like talk about super on this channel, but it would be kind of nice to glaze over what it's like, because that's changed for me. I have the confidence to actually start going out and meeting and dating people, which is something that I did not think that I was going to be doing anytime soon. That's super cool. So yeah, I guess like in my life in this current moment, I'm just very settled in who I am. And I guess like this is the apology part of the video. But I am sorry that I have been very distant from the community. I guess I just was kind of too afraid to admit defeat almost. Like I just know that I've been slacking. I haven't been There was a point where I was very regular and I was making content and I was very connected with my community. And then post FFS, I just found it very hard to do that because I was trying to figure out what it was like to live post that and to be able to not have to focus so much on like my online personality. And that definitely started my decline with really communicating online. If 2 years ago me had known how little I'm on like Twitter and social media, like she'd be shocked. So it's like weird now that I'm like so much more out there. I think what I would like to do in the future, and I've talked about this definitely with like friends to kind of run it over. I think that what I need, especially just for where I'm at with my gender, where I'm at with my ADHD, I was never scheduled, but I don't think that I could be the kind of person to do content that's so rapid, which I know might be shooting myself in the foot. I know that there's a lot of YouTubers who need that to survive, and that's just like how you catch the algorithm. But I think that doing it in a way that's like at my own pace, taking my time, letting myself have the freedom to also have a life and make sure that I can juggle both of them, because I would much more prefer for you guys to see a person that is I'm like, you know what? I could stream today. I'm very excited to. So I'm not super burnt out and I'm coming on here and seeing you guys and being the most authentic and then most positive that I can, because I would not want to bring a person online who is half a person, which is kind of how I felt back then. So it's just like I definitely need to stop restricting myself so much because it just is not healthy for me. Which, like I said, I am very sorry that I have been very distant. I know I'm still shocked. I have to say, I don't want this to sound like a pity party in any way, but it's like I still get shocked that my Discord server is semi-active. Like I would have thought that like people would get bored, which I'm sure they are. I'm sure the Bellinators are bored as H word, Tower of Heck. Like I'm sure they're very bored, which is understandable. But like then I'll just like see them reach out and I'm like, "Oh my god, why are you guys so nice? Like why are you guys so dedicated to this? I can't like it shocks me." But I really am thankful for having the people that are still there to support me because they've gotten me a very, very long way, whether they know it or not. But, and to, obviously, it's been a sec. So to any Bellinators, I don't know if you guys, like any Bellinators that are kind of in a different place right now, doing their own thing, not necessarily Bellinators anymore. If you are even watching this, I just wanted to say that there's no hard feelings for me. Like, not that you would care that I was offended anyway. I just know that, like, you know, content is rapidly changing and everyone, especially when you're a person who gravitates to content creators, you need a switch every now and then, and that will help you grow as a person. So if I was there for even part of like a childhood for you, like I'm very honored to have done so, and I'm very thankful for the experiences that I was able to have with you. So I really am thankful for those experiences. I loved seeing such a fan base that I felt like was so diverse. I feel like in Roblox there are so limited diverse creators with diverse communities, and seeing people in my server have a different pronoun tag under their thing because you know seeing someone who is out as themselves can help them possibly look into themselves and see, you know what, maybe this is something I want to give a try to see if that works for me. Seeing that is so like it warms my heart. It's so nice, like even when I'm not doing content, to see my videos like LGBTQ Roblox games, transgender games in Roblox, seeing those ones still gaining momentum because there are kids out there every day looking for people who are just like them, just so they can have a little community for themselves. And it sucks. The world that we're in right now is not very catering to those people. So I am forever thankful that I could have impact on kids in this world's life who are trying to figure out their sexuality, trying to figure out their gender, and needing something and some places to feel like they can be themselves and experiment without judgment. And that is such an honor to even be able to say that I can help contribute to that, because I think that we definitely need more of that. So speaking of which, for people who are kind of here, not just for Roblox, but also for gender transition, that is kind of where I want to go going forward. Before I did Roblox, I had a YouTube channel. Don't know if you guys knew that. It was just a literally like a transgender, like kind of like debate channel. I would just talk about topic. And I think that given how much I've learned about myself and how much more out in the world stuff that I've done, I think that's where my content would probably go more strong. Which is not to say that Roblox content would stop either. I still do play Roblox every now and then. So I think that like this channel is going to be more transgender topic heavy with possibly sprinkles of Roblox. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. It could end up either or both. I still need to figure it out, and that's something that I'll definitely let you guys know about. But I just know that I would like to be doing more, especially in where the world is right now, talking about where I'm at trans-wise and trying to talk about things that are relevant right now. And especially reach out to, like I said, like I have a very young fan base. So reaching out to people who may not have stability in their life right now and need something to kind of help them figure stuff out. And to feel like even if, you know, this is a parasocial relationship, feeling that there's someone out there who believes in them, which is, I know what I would have needed back like early transition, which I was very lucky to have, but I know that there are some people who don't. And parasocial relationships can be very helpful for that. So I think that's where I'm very much at with content. I love entertaining. I like creating. I like putting my creativity somewhere. I just have such a mind that is constantly moving and I need to be doing something with it. And I want to continue doing that. It's just I think that I need to step back and reevaluate where I want to go with it. And I want to do something that I feel like is relevant to me right now, but also not in a way that overwhelms me. Because I know a lot of creators will do the same content over and over and then they get burnt out and then it's a job, which is not to say that this isn't a job, but I would like to try to prevent as much burnout as possible for myself so I can still feel like I'm able to juggle my life and then also come on here and provide some support for people that I really care about. Now that I'm kind of saying all this, I hope that it clears the air a little bit on where I'm at because I really do want to be doing things, but I just definitely need to be doing them at my own pace and making sure that I'm doing things that feel true to me and feel relevant right now rather than kind of like digging into something that kind of felt like a temporary thing until I started feeling better as myself. Which sucks because I feel like Roblox for me kind of was destined to start fizzling out a little bit because I used it so much as a support system through a time in my life where I felt very not secure with myself. So I think that if I give it some time, I can probably re-step into that world and re-step into different things and really just put myself out there in a way that feels like me right now. So I don't have to dig into past experiences and trauma. No offense, but like I just so I don't have to feel like I'm revisiting a person that I no longer feel like I am. Which I know sounds sad, so it's not like to say like, oh my god, like I miss the old Bella. Oh my gosh, like the memories of the old Bella are great. And I'm sure they were. I'm sure they were. I'm super glad that like you guys have nostalgia for that. But I don't think that I could keep up with that. I think that the memories that I've made in those past experiences were enough for me to where I'm ready to step out and start changing things for myself. I feel like I've really felt comfortable just being able to, you know, reach out every now and then, like tweet every now and then, just very much make sure that I'm keeping myself in the present, also while trying to maintain a community. So, to the Bellinators that are still here, I appreciate you. I seriously do. Bellinators that aren't, I appreciate you too. But I definitely want you to know that I have not forgotten about you. It's not that I don't care. I got a message on my group wall that was like, Bella doesn't care about our fans. And I was like, okay, sorry. I'm very sorry. So I just definitely want to say that I'm still here and I still care a lot about you guys. I've just been trying to find a way that I can connect with you guys, start growing my audience in different ways, start growing myself in different ways, all while still connecting with you guys and making sure that I am still doing things that I like. So I'm like I said, I'm sure this video is a absolute mess of words. So this is kind of just a rant, but just know that I am still here if any of you are still wanting to come on the ride to see where I go with all this, I'm happy to have you. If you were here for Roblox and that's kind of just like not, if you know that it not being as prevalent isn't going to be for you, then that is completely fine too. I know that things change and you're going to grow in different ways, and I hope the best for anyone who is going that separate way. But I I just definitely need, this is definitely what I need right now to make sure that I am mentally stable also, while just being able to enjoy myself and making sure that I'm not restricting myself. I'm glad that I got to finally talk about this. It's definitely been long overdue, and I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. I do have to say, I have a lot of ideas of videos about trans topics that I want to talk about. I think I want to talk about where I'm at post FFS. I want to talk about dating. I want to talk about this stuff. Like, I have a lot of stuff that's very relevant to me right now that I think that could help a lot of people. And I if you guys are along for that, then I would really appreciate to start making that kind of stuff for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was good talking to you guys again, and just know that I don't know how to say it. It's like, I'm here. I guess I'm saying I'm here. I'm doing my thing. I'm figuring it out. There might not be as much structure and as much schedule with how I'm presenting myself online, but just know that I'm here and I'm like ready to start making things in a way that I need them to be right now. And I'm excited to see where it goes. So I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for the amazing times that I had in this community and the amazing people who have supported me through so many messy, messy times in my life, because I would not be seriously anywhere without the people that believed in me and the people that supported my channel and boosted me, knowing that some people need a trans creator who does this kind of content out there, because it it has been a life-changing experience and it has helped me grow more as a person. So thank you guys seriously so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.